Hey, everybody. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. Let me know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right. Let me tell you guys something right now. So, I did a lot of fixing on my audio. If I should not be sounding robotic whatsoever, there should be no robo rabbit. Let me know in the chat if I do. Shout out to everybody. Y'all can hear me? Let me know. Let me know. We got a lot to get into, you guys. A lot to get into today. Let me know if you can hear me. Sounds clear? Perfect. Perfect. Hey, Stacy. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you. Okay, let's get it together, guys. Let's get it together. We have a lot to get into. Quirky, thank you for being a member for freaking 6 months. My goodness. And hoping for answers. Thank you for becoming a member. Oh, sounds great again. Clear as mud. All right. Listen, thank you. Thank you, Ines. Thank you. I want to thank everybody here in the chat. I want to thank all my members. Let me tell you guys something. We actually reach a milestone in the channel. Aside from hitting our, 50K, we also are now 800 members on this channel. Thank you so much, guys, for those that have been buying memberships for others, for those that have been supporting my channel. I want to thank everybody, so I have to shout everybody out. I can't read 800 people in a live because that would just take too long. But thank you so much. Thank you, and shout out to us. We gonna get it together because, guys, we got a lot to cover. We also have. Let me show y'all what we have, okay? Because we are prepared to really review some stuff, okay? Let me show you guys what we have. So we are going to review the little press conference that happened yesterday just to kind of refresh our memories. But we also have the arrest warrant that we have to review, the actual arrest warrant here on paper. Okay, so we got that and we'll be reviewing that in detail. Okay, thank you so much, B Tim. Aw, thank you, B Tim. I know you love me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to be reviewing that. But before we start, I want us to, of course, we got to start with this press conference that happened yesterday. Oh, Lord. Okay, Peacock, stop advertisement. And let me stop sharing that real quick. Shout out to you guys. We have a lot to get into today. Hold up. Is it this one? Here it is. Here we go. Let me share with you guys my screen. Yes, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm sure everybody has seen this. And so yesterday I came live and broke the news that we were, that there was an arrest. Okay. And Mel went live afterwards, and so it was really great to see everybody in Mel's chat. Shout out to Mel. So you guys saw all of this, and I have watched this maybe 3 times already, and I'm going to rewatch it again with you guys because I kind of want to get everybody's reactions and thoughts about it, and then we're going to move over to the arrest warrant so we can really review it. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments as this is playing. And hope, let me make sure this volume is up. Everybody was waiting for this to happen. Let's get right to it. Hold up, right there. Start right there. I did beat Tim run out of bed to cover this, by the way. Thank you. I did. I was asleep. Oh, man. I know. The dude looks like a lady. Mm, 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 mm.
Watch out, guys. Make a hole.
Isn't he the one that said fake news? Fake news? Christina, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Oh, Jesus. I came out of bed for
Está
this,
saliendo un
y'all.
segundo.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When I first saw this, I thought it was a woman. I'm just a thought. Mm-mm-mm. The media is so funny to me with their big cameras. They're just like, I don't know. You thought it was a dress? His shorts were. I thought it was a woman too. I really thought it was a woman. I'm not going to lie. Yes. Yes. It was Christopher, right, Michelle? It was. It was Christopher the whole time. Mm. He goes by Angel. I heard somebody vandalize the
Oh,
car.
remove this from the cameras.
Here we go.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sergeant Washington Moscoso, Washington Moscoso. So the individuals you saw this evening, the first individual's name is Ramon Preciado,
Mm.
53 years old, SID number 443651. The second individual was Christopher Preciado, 19 years old, SID number 1191061.
Wow.
So the two individuals we just walked out today again is a father and son. The first individual is the father. The second individual is the son. They're going to be charged. The father's I'm sorry, the son's going to be charged this evening with capital murder, and the father's going to be charged with abuse of a corpse. So we do expect more charges to be pending. So I'm not going to go into the whole thing. We all know what kind of led us to this to where we are today. Um, I will say that when we recover or when the bodies were discovered on Danny K, uh, obviously the investigation began. SAPD detectives made that location and started collecting evidence. One of the key pieces of evidence that we did collect at the scene was Savannah's cell phone,
Wow.
and so our that was handed over to our technology team, who was able to download some information on there with the assistance of the U.S. Secret Service. We were able to get enough information, and so that information was given to our detectives today. With that information, detectives were able to find a possible location of where the suspect vehicle that was released on that surveillance camera, the surveillance video, possible location where that suspect vehicle might be. They made
Wow.
that location, and sure enough, the vehicle was there. They did a little bit of surveillance on the video or on the vehicle, and then were able to determine which house it belonged to. They went up, knocked on the door. The first gentleman, I'm sorry, the first individual, the father answered the door. He knew why the police were there. Um, was cooperated fully with the investigation. We're right here to headquarters, and our detectives were able to start interviewing both the son and the father. Again, they were both at the home. They were both brought down here, and the interrogations began.
Listen, let me stop right here because, all right, one thing that crossed my mind as I was reviewing this was, all right, so it's a father and a son. Who handed the, y'all remember the surveillance video? We watched it over and over. Everybody's been breaking it down, analyzing the shit, going through it. Somebody handed the big guy, which we now know is Ramon, a paper or a towel or something white that was visible in that camera. And then I'm finding out too that they actually live real close to where they dumped the bodies. Now I'm like, oh Lord have mercy. They were really close there. Who tossed the towel? They only got two people arrested, right? Father and son. Who's the other person? Anybody? I truly believe that Christopher was the one driving the car, the Kia, with the two bodies there. Somebody else handed them that towel. Yes, and they were. The killings happened somewhere else, right? And they were very close. What did they think was going to happen? Like the stupidity here, okay? The father being the father, I don't know. He's like, "Well, I'm going to help my son cover this shit up." Like, "What? What are you doing?" What?
Um, through interrogating the individuals, the our detectives had enough, uh, based on what they said, there was enough information there to get a warrant signed by a judge tonight. Again, to charge Christopher with capital murder
Mm.
and Ramon with abuse of a corpse. Again, there will be more charges pending. This is what we have right now. I'll answer any questions, Jamaica.
Due to the capital murder for the son and then abuse of the corpse charge for the dad, does that mean that you guys believe the son killed them and then the dad helped hide the body?
Yes,
Mm.
yes. And
Okay.
so I want to touch base on something real quick. Since the release of the video that we put out on the 28th, there has been internet has blown up with people
We
sending
have.
tips and people just sending misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation out there. These two individuals to are the only suspects that we were looking for. They were arrested. There were many names being thrown around on the internet. Those people had nothing to do with this.
So those people had nothing to do with this. So for those that were okay, Annalisa and her boyfriend, whatever, very disgusting for making those comments. The shit that they said. But we're not going to go around accusing people that had nothing to do with this shit, right? At the end of the day, these people are going to have their day in court. It's my understanding that Christopher is saying that this is self-defense. How the hell you need self-defense from a pregnant woman is beyond me. Like, it's one thing to say I need self defense from Matthew. It's a separate thing to say I need self defense from Savannah, who is like about to give birth. Get the fuck out of here with that. But I'm just saying. All right. And excuse my language, but I'm an adult and we're cussing today.
We vetted them and everything. They didn't have anything to do with these murderers.
Mm.
So the individual, again, Christopher, we believe committed the murders of Matthew and Savannah, and then Ramon helped kind of dump the body. It appears to be a narcotic related deal that went bad.
Wow.
Connection between this father and son and Matthew and Savannah, or the connection to the apartment complex?
So there's no apparent connection to the apartment complex. It's just a place where they want to go dump, dispose, or hide the vehicle with the bodies in it. And it appears that the it was a drug deal. So there was like a drug connection to the suspect and the two victims.
I think we kind of knew that there was some kind of a either gang or drug related situation. We were clearly wrong about the gang stuff, at least. My understanding, it's not coming up. But here's the deal. If those of you who listen to the mediums, the psychic mediums and stuff, did they get anything right? Was anybody, and this is not the, I'm just saying, was any of the details as far as what they said was right? Because that was a point of contention. You had people on social media, making bold accusations about who done it, who did it, that were, psychics. Anybody got it right? I heard that there was somebody by the name of Julian who supposedly did this crime. I haven't heard the name. Is there another person named Julian that we don't know? Did the psychics get it right? I just want to know. I'm asking for me.
When you say abuse of the corpse, can you talk about that a little bit? Was there any mutilation, or is that?
It's just when you hiding the body, moving the body after discovering that and all that kind of stuff. Yep.
When he killed them, what exactly?
So the December 21st, which is a Thursday, just before midnight, is when the actual murders took place on that. Mhm.
And are they going to be charged for the baby? Because in the state of Texas, technically, they could be charged for third.
Right. So like I said, there's going to be possible charges pending, more charges pending. Our detectives are going to talk with the Bexar County DA to determine if there are going to be any charges they're going to be facing any charges related to the unborn baby.
And do we know if she was dilated at all?
I didn't have that information from the medical examiners. I know that she was scheduled to be induced, and she didn't make her appointment, which is why the family went to the police to file the missing persons report.
Did he say where exactly they killed him?
I don't have exactly location. We just know that they were killed at a different location and then taken to the apartment complex to dispose of the vehicle and the body. I know there was some Spanish questions I wanted to knock down real quick.
Sí, podría darnos un resumen pequeño para la audiencia hispana de estas personas que presentó.
No,
Sí.
se preguntas eso.
Nada más una pregunta. Si tienes preguntas a
Sí,
particular.
¿a quiénes presentaron esta noche?
Sí, esta noche el primer señor que salió es Ramón Preciado, de 53 años, y el segundo es Christopher Preciado, de 19 años.
I don't think I need to translate this. He just basically is repeating the names that he said in English to Spanish.
Christopher Preciado es el que hizo los asesinatos de las víctimas, y su papá Ramón.
He's just saying that Christopher's the one that actually killed the victims, and the father is the one that basically hid,
Ayudó en
helped,
esconder o tratar de
tried
esconder
to help
el
hide the
carro
bodies
y las víctimas.
in the
Las
car.
dos personas eran las que aparecían en el video de vigilancia
Sí.
que presentaron la semana pasada.
Sí. Ajá.
¿Había un motivo para matarlos?
Parece que había una transacción de drogas que no fue mal,
He's saying that there was a drug transaction that was wrong, that went bad.
la transacción de drogas fue mal y resultó en la muerte de las dos víctimas.
When you say
Yeah.
do you mean were they buying or selling? Do you know what?
Well, I mean, someone was buying and someone was selling, so it was a.
No, they have not bonded out. That is wrong information. I've been looking at this too. I have not heard of anybody, and nothing has been confirmed that anybody has bonded out. Now, my understanding bond was set for $1 million for Christopher, and is it 100,000 for Dad Ramon?
It was a drug.
Can Ramon be charged with these murders through the accomplice theory or the multiple parties theory?
I'm sorry, could who?
Ramon, the dad, could he be charged with the murders as well through an accomplice theory?
No, he was not. He was not there during the commission of the murders. He was there, kind of. I guess he was called afterwards to help dispose or help his son. I'm sorry. Christopher has no previous criminal history, and Ramon did have a small. He had some prior criminal history.
So are you
So Christopher had no priors, no prior history, no nothing, and Ramon had priors, right? So just like what led up to one to another? I mean, capital murder. And let me tell y'all something. The fact that they can bond when they've committed capital murder is way too much. You said it's 2 million for dad and 600K for 600K for dad and 2 million for son. Ooh, wow. Erica, that's a as a parent, would you help your if as a parent, would you help your kid if you believe they were right? I would help my kid by making sure that law enforcement did not have to work so hard to find him. That is how I would help my child. If I didn't raise you well enough to know that murder is not okay, then I didn't do a good job. And I should be ashamed of myself. That's how I would help my kid. But it's a great question, Erica, because a lot of people are asking, would you turn your child in? That's the question that everybody's been asking. What would you do? Yeah, I would help my kid by saying, you need to turn yourself in, or I'm going to do it for you. Pick one, because now I know you got two bodies in that car. You need to turn yourself in, or I'm going to do it for you. Let me tell you something. When I was growing up, okay, I was a tough kid too. And nobody concealed or hid anything for me. And I'm so glad that I was able to face the consequences so I wouldn't make stupid adult decisions later on and then having to then justify and all that other stuff. No, I didn't have that. My parents made sure that I had to face those consequences. And it sucks, but it just, cuz you're young. But it is what it is. Clearly the dad didn't do a good job if something was going on.
All done looking for suspects at this
Yeah,
point?
we don't have any other suspects that we're looking for.
And then that surveillance video, were they alive during that surveillance
No.
video? They were not alive.
They were not alive. No.
Last question, guys. Christopher killed them, then moved the bodies to the car.
Correct. Well, I mean, I don't know if you moved them into the vehicle. That the vehicle with the bodies in was driven to that apartment complex. It didn't
Mm.
happen at that apartment complex.
So ultimately, who's going to make the decision on the final charges? Is that going to be the DA's office?
Correct. Yes.
Sure
So
is.
our detective again tonight are charging them with capital Christopher with capital murder and Ramon with uh, abuse of a corpse. They are working on some other charges that they're going to file. But regarding, I think specifically the question that you had about the unborn baby, they're going to have a conversation with the DA to determine whether they can charge or put the baby as another victim on this.
So does SCP have any say whenever they talk to the DA?
As
Absolutely, yeah.
it
It's a
should be.
collaboration with our DA's
Just
office.
the SCPD is going to seek that they're charged for the unborn baby.
Our detectives are going to do everything they can to bring justice to the family.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for coming out tonight.
All right. Let's get right to it, y'all. We got some reading to do. Where is everybody at? Hopefully, everybody's having a great day. Let me cough a little bit. I'm still trying to get over this cold. So if I pause, please note that that's what I'm doing. If you're coming in, please make sure you're hitting the like button, please, and thank you. So we have the affidavit for arrest warrant of Bexar County. So a victim in this case has been identified as Savannah Nicole Soto, date of birth August of 2005, and then she is identified as victim one. We have victim in this case has been identified as Matthew Guerra. Is it Guerra? I keep saying his name wrong. Guerra or Guerra because it's the U. Correct me in the chat. October 2001, referred to as victim 2. An actor in this case has been identified as Christopher Ray Preciado, date of birth September 7, 2004. Herein referred to as the defendant. Said defendant is further identified in SAPD computer files. So there's a file number there for him. It is believed of you it is the belief of your affiant that the offense of in the capital murder, multiple persons, was committed on or about the 21st of December 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. All right. Your affiant has probable cause for said belief by reason of the following acts. Here we go. Here are the facts of the case. December 23rd of 2023, Leon Valley Police received a call for a missing person report. Family of the missing person stated that she was supposed to be induced for her pregnancy and did not show up for the appointment. The family advised that they had not been able to get a hold of the female and stated she was not answering her phone. A check of the hospitals was conducted by the family, and it was found that the female was not at any of the hospitals. It was found that the female lived with their boyfriend. However, the family of the boyfriend advised they were not able to get in touch with him as well. The female was entered as a missing persons by Leon Valley. Further investigation followed. The female and her boyfriend were not responding to any phone calls, and their whereabouts were unknown. Media broadcast on the news the story of the missing female and her boyfriend in the media. The boyfriend's car description was broadcasted in the media and was said to be a 2013 gray Kia Optima. On December 26th of 2023, a resident of 5903 Danny K Drive messaged the family of the female and advised them that they believed the vehicle was parked at 5303 5903 Danny K Drive. The family contacted Leon Valley Police and drove to the location. That right there was the fact that when we were covering this case, we were going back and forth on this. So to be clear, it says on here, these are the facts of the case. Keep that in mind. That on December 26th, a resident of 5903 Danny K Drive messaged the family of the female and advised them that they believe the vehicle was parked at 5903 Danny K Drive. Somebody advised them of that. All right? The family contacted Leon Valley and drove to the location. So the family sounds like they got there before law enforcement. Okay? Upon Leon Valley Police arrival to the location, Leon Valley Police observed the vehicle. Inside of the vehicle was a deceased pregnant female in the front seat and a deceased male in the back of the vehicle. So we have Savannah in front, Matthew in the back. San Antonio police were contacted, and your affiant made the location. Upon arrival to the location, your affiant observed the vehicle. The vehicle was a 2013 Kia Optima with the Texas license plates of TRC 9447. Your affiant checked the VIN number, and the VIN number was the same VIN number that was broadcasted on the news for the missing couple. A check of the information through the NCIC TCIC showed the vehicle belonged to the boyfriend of the female. Your affiant observed the front right passenger side of the vehicle. Your affiant observed a deceased pregnant female inside of the front right passenger seat. Due to your affiant knowledge of the female on a previous murder case from 2022, and the case numbers there, and I'm sure that they're referring to the Ethan case, your affiant recognized the female to be that of the missing female. The female appeared to have trauma to her head. Your affiant then observed the back seat of the vehicle. Your affiant observed a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. The deceased male resembled the boyfriend to the female. The male had an apparent gunshot wound to his head. It appeared the male had been dragged into the vehicle. It appeared that the male had been dragged into the vehicle. What does that say? That means that they weren't killed in the car. All right. Your affiant did not observe any weapons near the male. A search warrant was requested so entry into the vehicle could be conducted. While waiting for the search warrant, your affiant spoke to the families of the female and the male. It was found that the boyfriend to the female sold narcotics and would use his phone through cellular communication as well as social media to sell narcotics. It was also advised that the boyfriend would post money and narcotics on Instagram. It was stated that people wanted to rob the boyfriend, and it was stated that the boyfriend had been shot at before. The family provided your affiant with the phone number of the female. The family of the male provided your affiant with his phone number as well as his Instagram. When the search warrant arrived at the location, a search of the vehicle was conducted. A search was found spent shell casings in the vehicle. So the search found spent shell casings in the vehicle. However, there was no weapon recovered in the vehicle. So shell casings in the vehicle, no weapon in the vehicle. That's right. That's right. That's what we're learning right now. Okay. All right. There was an apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the female. So they were trying to rule out, remember the whole murder suicide thing theory? They were trying to rule that out too. Keep that in mind. Let's go back to that. There was apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the female. Both the female and the male had gunshot wounds to the head, and the male also had an apparent drag bruise on his back. It was believed that the female and male were killed at different locations and that the vehicle was driven to the recovered location. Mm. Y'all are following me? Let me know. Y'all are following me because we're on page 2 and it's 6 pages, okay? Mm. During further investigation, your affiant found video surveillance video at 5903 Danny K. Video surveillance video at 5309 Danny K. The video surveillance found that on December 21st of 2023 around 23:59 hours. Those that know military time, subtract 12 from 23:59. Let me know what time that is in the chat, please. A Chevrolet Silverado gray driving with its lights off from the vehicle recovered location. The Silverado pulled in the middle of the back parking lot and parked the vehicle. The victim vehicle could be seen approaching the Chevrolet Silverado. The victim vehicle parked next to the Silverado. Thank you. Thank you for the time, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Patty Cakes. The victim's vehicle parked next to the Silverado. Y'all remember that surveillance? They had the time. That was information that was taken from that surveillance. Interesting. All right, keep that in mind. Um, the victim's vehicle parked next to the Silverado. A heavy-set male exited the Silverado, and the driver's side door of the victim's vehicle. Hold up. And the driver's side door of the victim's vehicle opened. The heavy-set male approached the driver of the victim's vehicle and appeared to speak to the driver. The heavy-set male then get then gets a towel, they forgot the S here, then get a towel from his vehicle and appears to wipe down the outside of the victim's vehicle door where he had touched the vehicle. The driver of the victim's vehicle exited the vehicle for a brief moment and sat back in the driver's seat. The driver did not match the description of the female victim or the male victim. The Hispanic male got back into his vehicle. The victim's vehicle drove behind the building where the vehicle was found on December 26th of 2023. The Silverado followed the victim's vehicle. So this is interesting because this is where a lot of us are stuck. We're like, well, who the hell gave him that towel? Somebody threw a towel. That's what we saw, right? Didn't we see that? This is interesting. What we know so far, this is what they're saying. They're saying that the victim's vehicle parked next to the Silverado. A heavy-set man, who we now know is Ramon, exited the Silverado and the driver's side door open of the victim's vehicle opened. The heavy-set male approached the driver of the victim vehicle and appeared to speak to the driver. The heavy-set male then gets a towel. He got a towel. We got to watch that surveillance one more time. From his vehicle and appears to wipe down the outside of the victim's vehicle door where he touched the vehicle. Like, okay, let me stop. The driver of the victim's vehicle exited the vehicle for a brief moment and sat back in the driver's seat. The driver's seat did not match the description of the female victim or the male victim. So keep that in mind. I mean, it's a lot of information right there. Approximately 3 minutes later, the Silverado was observed leaving from behind the building where the victim's vehicle was found. The victim's vehicle did not leave the location. So that's when they had parked the car there. It was believed that the victims were already deceased in the vehicle at the time of the video observed. That was another point that we brought up. They had to have been dead in that car around that time. Wow. Okay. It was believed that the victims were already deceased in the vehicle at that time of the video observed. It is believed the unknown driver and the heavy-set male observed parked the victim's vehicle at the location in effort to hide the vehicle. On January 2nd, 2024, your affiant provided one of the victim's cell phones to Detective Knox at the Technical Investigations Unit. On January 3rd, 2024, your affiant received the phone download from Detective Knox. Your affiant found that the victim had recently searched the street of Charlie Chan Drive. Due to your affiant's knowledge of the crime scene area, your affiant was aware that Charlie Chan Drive was a couple of blocks away from the victim's vehicle recovery location. Your affiant, okay, was able to discover that the victim's vehicle pinged near Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant Drive around 2350 on the night they went missing. The vehicle did not start moving again until around 2354 hours. The vehicle then traveled to 5903 Danny K Drive, where the victims and their vehicles were discovered on December 26th of 2023. Yes. Let me stop right there. Where is everybody at? Whew. The question is why. Right. Right. Oh, you guys are going in on these comments. So, okay, let's keep reading. Your affiant conducted computer search and was able to locate a vehicle that looked identical to the suspect vehicles seen on camera with the victim vehicle. Your affiant did research on the owner of the vehicle and found the owner of the vehicle matched the description of the male that exited the vehicle on camera. Homicide detectives went to the vehicle location listed above and found the listed vehicle at the location. While at the residence on Charlie Chan, a person identified as Ramon Preciado reported knowing why SAPD was at his residence. Ramon Preciado informed SAPD detectives to speak with his son, identified as Christopher Preciado. Ramon Preciado and Christopher Preciado were transported to SAPD homicide to speak with your affiant, while additional SAPD detectives searched the residence on Charlie Chan Drive under the authority of a search warrant. Your affiant spoke with Ramon Preciado after Ramon was reading the Miranda warnings. Ramon Preciado admitted to driving his Chevrolet Silverado to 5903 Danny K Drive, where he met Christopher Preciado. Ramon Preciado identified himself on the surveillance video from the 5903 Danny K Drive as the person observed exiting the Chevrolet Silverado. Ramon Preciado reported meeting Christopher Preciado at this apartment complex, who was driving another vehicle. This vehicle is the vehicle in which Matthew Guerra and Savannah Soto were found deceased. Ramon Preciado admitted to assisting Christopher Preciado at 5903 Danny K Drive. Ramon Preciado knowingly treated the human corpse of Matthew and Savannah and the unborn child of Savanah Soto named Fabian in an offensive manner by leaving them in the abandoned vehicle. Your affiant then spoke with Christopher Preciado after Christopher Preciado was reading the Miranda warnings. Christopher reported Matthew and Savannah drove to his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher Preciado marijuana. Christopher Preciado went on to provide a version of the events that were inconsistent with the evidence collected at the scene from the victim's recovered vehicle. Christopher claimed the male victim pointed a weapon at him, and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon resulting in the female being shot. Mm. Christopher then stated that he had the weapon pointed at him again, and he manipulated the weapon again, resulting in the male being shot. Now, okay, we'll review that here in a minute because I'm side-eyeing this whole Christopher, it's self-defense. I manipulated the weapon. Okay, let's just keep reading. Christopher Preciado's statement is inconsistent with the gunshot wound suffered by Matthew and Savannah and the evidence located at the crime scene. Christopher Preciado intentionally discharged a firearm at Savannah and Matthew with the intention of causing death. The actions of Christopher resulted in the deaths of Matthew and Savanah Soto's unborn child named Fabian. your affiant has reason to believe he does believe the said defendant, Christopher, on or about the 21st day of December 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, intentionally caused the death of multiple persons in violation of the penal codes that are stated. Okay. And here we have, let me put these ads down real quick. His signature of the affiant. All right. There it is. Okay. Let's keep going. The arrest warrant listed there. Look at that, guys. All the documentations. All the documentations. Marlissa Jansen. Is that the judge that signed it? Wow. Let's keep going. And then this is backwards, but that's just a little screenshot of what it looks like. Okay. And that is what we have so far. That was 6 pages. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. So I want to go back a little bit to that video, okay? Because now it all just like, wow. Now I feel like we got a picture, we know names, we know what the people look like, right? Hold up, let me share this with y'all. So correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, okay? But it's my understanding that their house is literally like just across this cul-de-sac. Is that correct? Let me know in the chat. That's what I want to know. What cameras might have captured it? I don't know about. See, Patricia, we see each other. I don't know about the self-defense story. It's not believable. I wouldn't expect any of them to tell me the truth at all. Both the father, both anybody at this point. Okay? But now all of this is just like, wow. Right? That's a Silverado. So everybody going ham right now on Facebook. The Facebook group is just like going in right now. It is crazy everything that's been able to have been found on this Facebook group, right? And where does the whole Mona Harris stand now? I mean, are y'all gonna be asking for refunds at this point? Because y'all had the wrong people. I want to know. Are y'all gonna be asking for refunds at this point, or what's the deal? Mona, you gonna be refunding these people that you took their money and you said that these people had something to do with this crime? Hashtag the people have questions, right? We just want to know. That's what we want to know. Let's go to the Facebook group. Here we go. She said he needs to be sued by the people. Okay, mom is being questioned at the station. Is she still posting, y'all? Can y'all stop giving that lady some clout? She is not a blogger. That's right. You say it louder. 2 direct contact wounds. 2 direct contact wounds where it singes the hair. That's not self-defense. That's not self-defense. Does that mean that the spirit box trucker lead me astray? Yes, it led you astray. The spirit box trucker got it wrong. All right? She says she's not safe if she stays at home. Well, Jerry, she's been running her mouth too, accusing people of crimes. This is why you don't do that. You just don't do that. You don't accuse people of crimes and think you're going to people aren't going to retaliate. You have to be very careful. Okay. So let's check out the book because the Facebook, group, because everybody is going ham over here. Hold up. Let's see. Lord have mercy. Look at this. All kinds of emotions. Matthew's family reacts to the arrest made in capital murder case. Wow. See, I didn't even know that was a.
Did you know she was pregnant?
Oh, always fake news. So.
That is a man accused of helping to hide the bodies of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra.
Wow.
Ramon Preciado and his son Christopher arrested last night for their alleged parts in the murders.
But today, more charges have been filed against the father and son. Christopher Preciado charged with capital murder. Now 2 more additional charges of abuse of a corpse and alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse. His father, Ramon, is also charged with abuse of a corpse and the newly added charge of alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse.
We're also for the.
All right. Let me ask you guys a question in the chat. Just a question. Y'all think that the mama had something to do with this? And please, hear me when I say this. Do not attack or harass this woman. We don't know her. She hasn't been charged. Please be careful with that. All right? Be careful. But some of us, and I'm kind of on the fence on this, I do believe that there was a third person there. It just, the way the video is played out, when you watch it, but please do not harass this lady. Do not stalk this lady. I'm asking y'all, please, okay? Hold yourselves to a higher ground than what the internet is doing right now, all right? Let me go ahead and do a little poll as we're watching this to see where you guys land with the mama.
The very first time, hearing from the family, Guerra's father and stepmother speaking to KSAT today. Eric Hernandez reports they're hoping for the full extent of punishment for both men.
Upset, anger, all kinds of emotions just going through.
Gabriel and Raquel Guerra are breathing a sigh of relief after Christopher Preciado and his father Ramon were arrested Wednesday night in the deaths of their son Matthew Guerra, his girlfriend Savannah Soto, and their unborn child Fabian.
That was definitely a relief of mine that, you know, I can hold someone accountable. I've been talking about justice for the three of them since it started.
Gabriel and Raquel say neither of them know who Christopher and Ramon are. According to the arrest affidavit, Matthew and Savannah met Christopher to allegedly sell them marijuana. We asked the Guerras about that information after they had previously stated that Matthew was trying to turn his life around.
Matthew hasn't made the best decisions, but, you know, I'll make no excuses for him, but whatever he did, you know, I don't condone that at all. But that being said, like, no one deserves to be murdered, period, regardless of what kind of activity you're in or what you're doing.
Now this case moves to the district attorney's office, and the Guerras say they want nothing less than the death penalty for Christopher Preciado.
Now it's on the DA. He had said something about the death penalty, and I'm going to hold him accountable to his word. And that's the next process for me, is him confirming that.
We did get a statement this afternoon from the district attorney's.
Like, this is father and son. What had happened here? I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. SW says, did you see that what they did to the girls' car? What they did to Christopher's car. I heard that they vandalized it and they called it like baby killer. It's like all over Facebook too. I mean, listen, yeah, Texas they don't mess around. I just don't know how they have like bond. How do you, like, on a capital murder case, how is that even, how are they even like eligible for that, you know? But hey, I don't know. I didn't write the rules or laws.
His office about the case, and they say an additional capital murder charge could be added for Christopher for the death of the unborn child, but that hasn't been decided just yet. As far as the death penalty after an indictment, the Capital Crimes Committee will then decide whether to seek the death penalty or not. Erica Hernandez, KSAT.
This is Texas. What are you talking about? They are going to see, like, what do you, I'm sure he's going to get it. Like, I hate to say it, but it is what it is. That's just the kind of state it is, you know? It is what it is. Let's see. So we got everybody up in here. Affidavit must watch. Drop your comment. Let me know what y'all think. Hold up. Can someone show the link? Okay, hold up. Let's see. Oh, how I would like to be a fly on the wall in that interrogation room. Yo, I'm wondering if they're going to release, like, that should be FOIA'd as well, the interrogation. All of that should be FOIA'd. I mean, I'm kind of curious to know what that looks like. And now everybody's going after the mother, okay? Keep that in mind. Hold up. Look at this. This is what they did to the car, yo. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Can I just say that they have a really nice house? Like, ain't that a nice house? Look at this. They vandalized his car. Jesus. And it's only about a mile away from where the car was found, where they live. Look at that. I know. It's very like suburbia, wouldn't you say? Somewhat. The whole neighborhood. No way, not on TikTok. Oh my, yo. The scandal, yo. Let me go. Hmm. Oh Lord. Hold up. Christopher Preciado. Christopher Preciado, here we go. TikTok is, geez, they really do have everybody up in here. Christopher Preciado's mother is being taken in for questioning. How? I just want to know, how does she not know? Like, how do you not know? I'm just saying. Did Christopher tell Savannah his name was Julian? I don't know. I don't know about that. Um, I know, right? TikToker is Carlos, who's got the whole neighborhood there. Oh, Lord have mercy. Carlos what, Glenda? Carlos what? Apparently, I mean, they got him in graduation. Look at this.
Christopher Ray Preciado.
He looks like a very awkward
Grace Victoria Ramirez.
teenager, just like most teenagers
Christopher
do.
Ray Preciado.
Wow.
Grace Victoria Ramirez.
Like, what happened? What happened? Yo, here we go. Residents. It's look at look at the car. Baby killer. You know how many people are driving around that house right now? That's a really nice neighborhood. Look at that. Yo, it's crazy. The truck has a skull on it too. Ain't that interesting, huh? Carlos is his TikTok? Okay, I'll check it out. Um, uh, um. Jesus, look at this. I would not want to be their neighbor. I'll just say that much. Oh my God. That is true. You ain't never lie on that one. That's crazy. I would not want to be their neighbor. I would not want to be their neighbor. So then I'm hearing that Christopher is also in the Facebook group. He was watching the Facebook group. See, that to me is like not surprising. It wouldn't surprise me. Think about the Idaho 4. Wasn't there rumors that Brian Koberger was part of various like Facebook groups and whatnot? Does it surprise anybody at all? Look at that. Wow. They have a garage, so why don't they put their cars in the garage? Under Angel? Oh my gosh. That is just insane.
An
Wow.
arrest has been made in the Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra case.
The individuals
Here's what
you
we
saw
know.
this evening, the first
Like, seriously, questioning while in patrol car.
You shoot them? Are you in video?
Oh, they got the inside of the car.
Did you just hide the evidence?
¿Quién mató a Savannah?
Yeah.
Why was the family?
Close to Christmas?
Remorse? Eh?
Why, man? You need remorse? You sorry?
Ain't you sorry for lying
Oh
about
my
what you're saying?
gosh.
You don't even know what's going on.
Tell
You
us.
just make stuff up like, oh,
I cannot. Finally, justice.
5 in the
Whoa!
morning.
Look at this. Wait, no. This is the wrong one. And y'all were accusing that girl, Annalisa. Stop. Look at that. They lived in a very nice house. Okay, let me look at the poll. We have 370 votes. And I asked the question, did mom have something to do with this crime? 76% said yes, 24% said no. What do you guys think? Make sure you guys are voting before I close it down. Wow. It's just like, wow.
So this is the home of Christopher and Ramon Preciado,
Preciado.
and they have tagged up that black car with baby unaliver, and that is that same truck that we have all seen time and time again on the surveillance video from when Savannah and Matthew and baby Fabian were unalived.
This is crazy, man. Is this mom the one that's walking around on that video? That's just crazy. Lower middle class homes. This is a really nice area, though. Very nice area. Some of you guys said type in Carlos for TikTok. Carlos what? All these pictures come up. Carlos on Christopher Preciado. Child girl. Okay. Is that his footage? You said it's not the same truck? Ooh. Is that it? Gallegos. 182. Let me make sure I know where this is taking me. Hold up, y'all. I'm getting there. Here we go. So he's in that neighborhood? Oh, shit. He said Carlos needs to get paid. Look at this. Oh, my God. And see, the cars are just stopping there. I would not want to be in that neighborhood whatsoever. It's a nice neighborhood. It's the music for you. I had to put that on mute. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my God. And they got their Christmas decorations out there. The audacity. And they got to celebrate Christmas. Like, what? So everybody's been taking footage from Carlos, basically, from his TikTok. Let me give this guy a follow. Y'all make sure you go check out Carlos Gallego 740. Look at that. He's got survey. Does he live there? Oh, man. Man, he's got surveillance on that house. I'm telling you, it's going to be very hard to get a house on the market there. He's the one that's been filming since the arrest is Guilla. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. You would need to leave the house. Oh, really? I don't know, man. Did he hear the bang bang? Somebody heard something. I love all the bozos who thought it was the bozos who thought it was a cartel. Y'all thought it was a cartel. A lot of people thought it was the cartel, you guys. I said this is not the cartel. We called that out right away for those that were saying that. Look at that. It's a nice neighborhood, you guys. It really is. I mean, you can't, but I'm sure it's going to bring down property value knowing everything that happened there. And how did mama not know? Like, how? Look at that. Oh, gotcha. It says houses go quick here because houses are cheap. This was no cartel stuff. If anything, where we got, at least for me, I got it wrong was I thought it was gang related, and that's not what it was. That was just my assumption. It's trash day. Oh Lord. But this is busy, you guys. And just imagine how much evidence they're gonna collect from the house. This is like, it's not good. Look at that. Yeah, man, he is on it. Like, I'm surprised they didn't put the car in the garage or something, but hell, I don't know. Look at that. Did Mama know something? Let me know. So yeah, he went under the name of Angel. That's what we know so far. Wow. Oh Lord, Carlos is driving everywhere. Hold up. So that's what he has so far. That was the footage of the home. But seriously, and I'm assuming this is a reporter there. So Carlos was at 3,000 followers. Now he's at 10 since the footage. So this was just an hour ago that he reported this. Are they going to be impounded? That is the question, right? That is the question. But the Facebook group has been blowing up and blowing up and blowing up. Hold up. Here we go. My goodness, everybody's talking about this. Wow. Look at that. Dad's case is completely removed from Bexar County records. Why is it completely removed? This is what somebody said an hour ago on Facebook. And hold up. Let's get this going. And Mona, why is Mona another ring door camera caught by Mona? Why is Mona's still posting? First, I wanted to say I think the big belly man lying because we all saw the video. Some of us watch it multiple times. Mr. Belly did not get out and walk around the truck. He opened the door and wobbled his way out. He was driving the truck. Whoever was driving threw him that towel. I'm stuck on the fact that there could be another person. I don't know, you guys. Somebody like, I'm sorry, you guys, and maybe I'm like having tunnel vision at this point, but it seems to me that there could be another person. It just, if you go back to the video, hold up. I I don't know. Maybe we missed it. Look at that. And they get closer on the second round. Here we go. Big belly guy. It just seems like nobody was with them in the truck. There's Christopher. He gets out. Okay. And we all thought it was a female. Or maybe he had the towel with them the whole time. Now I'm like looking at this different. See, I don't know. Because he has something in his hands. It's crazy. Let me know your thoughts. Bond has been raised on both new charges. Bond is at $2 million for Chris and $600K for Dad, as it should be. I just feel like y'all don't think the mother had something to do with it. The magic towel, something with the towel. The mom's name is Mirtha. Mirtha. This is the shorter video. It could be one of those roll-out towels. It could be. What is nasty? He drove the car with them in it. Yeah. And the dad helped him. Did he stop him at all? No. Did he once like try to stop him? No, he didn't. That's why I said you're so complicit to it, right? When somebody asks, what would you do? Would you help your kid? Hell no. I would help you by taking you back to where law enforcement is looking at you, making sure that they don't overuse the resources, I would turn your ass in. That's what I would do. That's how you help somebody, right? Let me know your thoughts and comments. I don't have the answers to everything, but would you guys help your kid in this situation? Maybe we should do a poll about that. Would y'all be helping your kids try to cover up a murder? It's happened before. I mean, it is what it is. It's happened before. Let me find out. Let me find out what y'all think in the chat. Let's do a little poll. Would you help your kid? Would you help your kid cover up a murder? Yes or no? Let me know. Y'all go vote. Y'all go vote. Go vote. We actually have people that are saying yes. Well, then, there you go. You said no way, no way. Let me know. Would you help cover up a murder for your kid? I'm just saying, like, would you? That's it's amazing to me. I just don't think that I could. Let's watch a little bit of Court TV and say what they have to say about this.
Welcome back. Now to the big breaking news out of Texas that we continue following. 2 arrests have been made for the murders of pregnant teenager Savannah Soto and her boyfriend. The San Antonio Police Department announcing early this morning that 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and his father, Ramon Preciado, have been arrested for the murders of Savannah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra. Now, police believe that Christopher, the son, is the one who did the murders. That's what they believe. And they believe his father just helped him after the fact, moving the bodies. So their charges are different. Son charged with murder, dad charged with abuse of a corpse. Now, Savanah Soto was last seen in mid-December, one day before she was scheduled to be induced. She and her boyfriend's remains were found days later inside of his Kia Optima. We've been looking at that video.
Okay, quick question. Could you get the death penalty over, like, helping cover a murder? Like, is the father also, I think it's just a capital murder, correct? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Like, would he qualify also for the death penalty? Would they both qualify for the death penalty? That's just crazy. Like, you'd give your child advice on what to do. Okay, so the dad wouldn't get the death penalty, but the son would. Oh, thank you, love. Shout out to you, Charlene. No. Oh, wow. Just like he's 19 years old, 18 years old. I know, isn't that crazy, Lacey? He says fake news. What part is fake? The son's story? Your story? What part is fake? That is crazy. Moral says, depending on the reason, I may take the charge, says Morals. Wow. Oh, wow. That is something that doesn't fit. The police said that they were killed on December 21st, but they say they went missing on the 22nd. Did I No, you didn't misremember. They were reported missing, Rem. They were reported missing on the 23rd. She was supposed to show up to an appointment. They were actually killed way before they were reported missing. That's what it looks like. And let me know in the chat. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, felony murder is committing a felony in the murder scene. In a murder scene, the corpse charge is a felony, but like tampering with the corpse does not qualify you for the death penalty. I'm kind of wondering. I don't fancy their chances in or out. They were going down for the murders too. See, that's what surprised me too. See, no, the family said they last seen her on the 22nd. Then brother said at 11 a.m. 23rd. So it's odd. That's interesting. That is interesting. You can't get life for tampering with the corpse, and for 2, and then they're also looking for baby Fabian too. So that could be 3. I mean, he's not getting out. Of course, he's gonna have his trial. Don't get me wrong. Whatever, he'll have his trial, but I'm having a hard time as how he's calling this self-defense when the gunshots are close contact wounds. Okay, it wasn't like he went psh, and then there. No, it was to the head, both of them. That's not self-defense, as Messy Beautiful Ball was saying in the chat. That's not self. You can't be self-defense. I'm having a hard time consolidating that. You think it was a mistake on the affidavit? I don't know. Do y'all want to go back to it? Because let me see. See, the affidavit starts that they see, it says it right there. They received the missing persons on December 23rd. Missing persons December 23rd. And you know what's so interesting, that what doesn't mention in this paperwork, in this affidavit, is the pants. Somebody said it in the chat. Y'all remember when they said that his pants were pulled down? Agree, Rabbit, no self-defense or murder gone wrong, right? Deborah, that's a good question. It doesn't mention it here. I mean, they don't mention the details of like the car seat on top of her. They just mention the fact that they were where they were located and at a couple of details. It's just a statement. They had to put that what he said. Okay, so in the very first paragraph, very first page, December 23rd, Leon Valley Police received a call for a missing persons, and that was on Savannah. That was when they received the call. Okay, so going on a timeline, further investigation, not responding phones. On December 26th, message to the family advised that the vehicle was found there. Okay. On the 23rd, they had checked hospitals, they had checked different locations. All right. And then, hold up. The officer says that he knew Savannah from something, like from Ethan's case. That's like he remembered her. That's what it sounds like. At about maybe the 5th paragraph down, it says, during the investigation, your affiant found video surveillance at 5903 Danny K. Where that surveillance came from is still a mystery. But wherever it came from, it was hanging from somewhere. Maybe it came from the property manager, maybe because the way it was hung up, it was very interesting. Okay. December 21st, 2023, at about 53:59, they were already dead in the car. It is believed that they were already dead in the car. And they were because of the drag marks and everything. And there was no murder suicide. That's what they had concluded from there. It was on the side of the building, right? Okay. Hold up. Y'all are blowing up my email. Let me go. Let's check it out real quick. The towel. Ooh. So hold up. Let me see if I can show. This is the same video. It's just you guys see the towel being thrown. Is this supposed to be close? Because we already watched this. Watched it a lot of times, actually. Do you guys get a bigger version with this one? Can Ahmad ask about how and who drove the car to Christopher's house? That's a great question. That's a great question. And then they met up at some point, right? The car seat was moved to the front to put Matthew in the back seat. PK says, what is weird is Savannah's phone pings at Christopher's house at 2350 to 2354, and they get the dumping apartment 2358 so quick, and Dad had to drive there about the same time. You see the towel being thrown, right? Who threw the towel? That is the $1,000,000 question. Where were the bodies for a day and a half? I don't know. Were they hidden in a garage?
We have an update for you now. Newly released video from San Antonio police.
That's the question. Were they in his garage? Just wondering. Yeah, Miss always right. I've seen the inverted video. The inverted video was actually one that people were saying it was a new video. It's not. Um, and I could pull it up. I know where it's at. Hold up. Inverted video. Savannah Soto. People were saying that it was what is it called? A new video, and it's not no new video. So we have to be very careful with that. Remember, I think I went live about it and said, y'all got to be careful saying that this is a new video because it's fake news. Hold up, yo. And remember the license plates? People were saying that they got something about the license plates. Here it is. This is the one where you're talking about. This is the one where everybody's referring to there. It's inverted. It's not a new, it's the same video, it's just inverted. That's all. In here, hold up. Give me 1 second. Because I have this like other thing going on. Y'all see that? It's inverted though. It almost looks like somebody gives them the towel. This is why I say, is there a third person? Or does the towel just magically fall on the seat? Yeah, we showed the inverted one because people were saying, we did show it a couple days ago. People were saying it's new footage, but if you see the inverted, it shows like somebody's throwing the towel or something. You said tapped brakes? Hold up. You guys think it's the mom? Hold up. So don't, this is edited. It's a heavily edited inverted video. Nobody's tapping on the brakes. Look. Let me stop real quick. Nobody's tapping on these brakes. That's part of the editing. Very quickly, let me show y'all. Please don't fall. This is not a new video. See, it's part of the editing. Nobody's tapping on the brakes. It almost looks like somebody hands in the towel. I do believe that there's a third person, but I don't know. The provisional towel. Potentially, Emily. Yeah, but it's I just don't know how much you can give credit to this. This is heavily edited. It's a magic flying towel, sure. It's the flying towels. It in this video, it tricks you. This is why you just know this video is not new. It's the same video, it's inverted. Keep that in mind. It looks like somebody gives out the towel, but just keep that in mind. And it looks like a flying towel. That's the part that could be edited. This is why it's very deceiving, Flor. That's a good point. It's very deceiving because it looks like somebody taps the brake. No, it's the editing part. This is not a new video. I promise y'all. Hashtag Towelgate. Well, that's what it's going to become because who gave the towel? You see the towel now? See, I thought somebody handed the towel. Not Dad's a magician. Stop. But this video is very deceiving. This is, like I said, it's inverted. There is nothing but heavy editing to this. So yeah, nothing is changed. Heavy editing and it's inverted. So please don't let your eyes deceive you to something, and don't let another creator tell you that it's the clue. It's not. It's just inverted. That's all. I can't. Y'all behave in the chat. This is a serious true crime channel. Y'all behave. You also notice it on the regular video? Perhaps. I personally feel like there was a third person, but they didn't charge a third person. Now, self-defense for the towel. The towel deserves justice for the towel. Her son would have been covered in blood. We don't know. First of all, it is Christopher Fan always. Don't fall for this video. It's inverted and it's heavily edited. First of all, look, their bodies were placed in the car. The shell casings were in the car, but their bodies were placed in the car. They didn't find a weapon. Keep that in mind. We just read the affidavit. All right, keep that in mind. So just be careful when you watch this. This is not a exclusive video. It's the same damn video. It's just inverted. That's all. They need to search that. They need to search that house. Like I'm telling you, there's probably more to that house. Right? And I'm hearing she's into like the occult stuff. Listen, y'all praise whatever you want to. You gotta be careful though, because just saying, blood spatter would be all over the car. That's right, Ed. That's right. The towel has ADHD. Oh, y'all are bad. That house. There's probably more to that house. Shell casings in the car. Okay. They searched the house. Well, I can't wait to see what that looked like. But to me, this is not a self-defense case. I think it's bullshit, and that's kind of where I'm at. We will see what happens. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I'm going to leave you guys with that. As we are reading, if you're watching the replay, please hit the like button. It helps in the algorithm, and of course, it helps my channel. I think we hit 51K today. Thank you to everybody who helped me get there. Shout out to you guys. I'm going to leave you. If I come up with more or I hear more information, we're definitely going to go live and we'll review it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments about everything we have reviewed thus far. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out.